Welcome to the Debrief. Season 3 is now over and we are looking ahead to Season 4. In keeping with our standard policy, we will be taking the summer off and replaying some of our best episodes from Season 1 that many of you have never heard. We're really looking forward to Season 4 because we're adopting a couple of new strategies that I hope that you'll find useful for your team. The first one is that we will be expanding the scope of some of our critical incident reviews. So for bigger incidents, we will now be interviewing multiple people and stitching the episodes together more like a documentary format that allows us to hear multiple perspectives from different people on the same event in keeping with a timeline. These episodes are complicated, they're difficult to produce, but we think that the addition of video, audio, graphics, and the perspectives of multiple people will make these particular episodes more useful to you and your team. Obviously, these episodes are hard to produce, so we're not going to do very many of them a year. It'll probably be a couple times a season. These will augment our usual critical incident reviews. The second thing we're going to do, beginning with the next season, is we're adding Cato decision-making exercises to the beginning of some of our episodes. So if you remember Season 1, Episode 8, which we will re-air at the end of the summer, I interviewed Josh Wofford and Toby Darby from the California Association of Tactical Officers. Over the course of COVID, Cato came up with a way to run tabletop exercises about real events and then to debrief the exercises. The teams that adopted this format really enjoyed it and felt like it was really useful. So for Season 4, we're going to be adopting Cato decision-making exercises for a couple episodes, and we'll bring in a guest instructor from Cato that will run a 3-round tabletop exercise that you or your team or multiple teams can run together before listening to the episode. They'll appear in your feed as a separate episode, but will be tied to the bigger episodes. The Cato DMEs take 30 to 60 minutes depending on how much discussion you run. But the idea here is that you run the DME with your team and then each of you watch the episode to see what really happened on the incident. Each of these DMEs is going to pick up critical learning points from the individual critical incident review or critical friction points, things that the team struggled with, problems that they had. Like I said, this will be a couple episodes a year and will correspond with the bigger, more robust critical incident reviews that we're going to do in this new style. The other thing we're going to do for Season 4 is there's going to be a little more fluid use of mediums. Because we're going to be adding all this video and audio, we are going to encourage our listeners to become viewers for those episodes, to watch the augmented content, because we think with some of these incidents, being able to show you maps and videos and simulations allows us to better tell the story. For episodes where we don't necessarily need video, we may do audio only and still place it in all the platforms, but the intent is to tell you at the beginning of an episode, like, this is a video episode where you really need to watch it. So just watch out for that and please try to, wherever possible, watch the video episodes because they will give you a little bit better information. The final thing is, over the summer, we're going to be running 5 of my favorite episodes from Season 1. And we'll add a little intro on a lot of these, but the hope is that those of you who are new listeners or those of you who haven't heard those episodes in a while, we'll go back and listen to them because they were not only good episodes, but had very relevant content even to today. This show has been and always will be about operator safety. We are not endeavoring to seek a commercial audience. This is not a money-making venture. This is a passion project for those of us that are doing it. And, our goal is that by watching this show, by listening to these guests, you will improve the safety of yourself and of your team. And part of that is, please provide us with feedback. If you find something particularly useful in this show or something isn't particularly useful, if you're aware of an incident that we should discuss or a guest that we should talk to, please reach out to us. You can just email info@thedebrief.live and let us know what you think, what you'd like to see, or who you think we should talk to. All of the content for this show is driven by our users. So thank you for watching this show. Thank you for all your support. It's hard to believe that it's been a couple of years and we're about to start our 4th season and are quickly closing in on 500,000 views and listens. This project has turned into so much more than we even hoped that it would, and that wouldn't happen without you. So we appreciate you. Enjoy your summer and be safe.